Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in part number 9, chapter number 4, Surah An-Nisaa. We're doing the English reading of the English translation of the Quran, English translation commentary by Abdullah Yusuf Ali, and this is published by the Islamic Propagation Center International. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Right, so let's continue with that. A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitanir Rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Chapter 4, part number 9. Right. When you travel through the earth, there is no blame on you if you shorten your prayers, for fear the unbelievers may attack you, for the unbelievers are unto you open enemies. When thou, O Apostle, when thou art with them and standest to lead them in prayer, let one party of them stand up in prayer with thee, taking their arms with them. When they finish their prostrations, let them take their position in the rear, and let the other party come up which hath not yet prayed, and let them pray with thee, taking all precautions and bearing arms. The unbelievers wish, if you are negligent of your arms and your baggage, to assault you in a single rush. But there is no blame on you if you put away your arms because of the inconvenience of rain or because you are ill. But take every precaution for yourselves, for the unbelievers God hath prepared a humiliating punishment. When you pass congregational prayers, celebrate God's praises, standing, sitting down, or lying down on your sides. But when you are free from danger, set up regular prayers, for such prayers are enjoined on believers at stated times. 103. And slacken not in following up the enemy. If you are suffering hardships, they are suffering similar hardships. But you have hope from God, while they have none. And God is full of knowledge and wisdom. Wa kana Allahu alimun hakim. Right, let's now look at the commentary on 105 to 126, just the rhythmic prose. Beware of treachery that would use the good and pious for its wicked ends. Its plots will but recoil on its own head. The righteous have no cause for secrecy except in doing good. 'Tis evil that misleads, deceives, and even dares deface fair nature as by God created. Shun all evil and be firm in righteousness and faith in God. We have sent down to thee the book in truth, that thou mightest judge between men as guided by God. So be not used as an advocate by those who betray their trust, but seek the forgiveness of God, for God is oft forgiving, most merciful. Wastaghfirullah. Seek the forgiveness of God. Wastaghfirullah. Inna Allaha kana ghafurur rahim. Wastaghfirullah. Inna Allaha kana ghafurur rahim. Wastaghfirullah. Inna Allaha kana ghafurur rahim. But seek the forgiveness of God, for God is oft forgiving, most merciful. Contend not on behalf of such as betray their own souls, for God loveth not one given to perfidy and crime. They may hide their crimes from men, but they cannot hide them from God, seeing that He is in their midst when they plot by night in words that He cannot approve, and God does compass round all that they do. These are the sort of men on whose behalf you may contend in this world. But who will contend with God on their behalf on the day of judgment? Or who will carry their affairs through? If anyone does evil or wrongs his own soul, but afterwards seeks God's forgiveness, he will find God oft forgiving, most merciful. Allahu Ghafurur Rahim. And if anyone earns sin, he earns it against his own soul, for God is full of knowledge and wisdom. But if anyone earns a fault or a sin and throws it onto one that is innocent, he carries on himself both a falsehood and a flagrant sin. But for the grace of God to thee and his mercy, a party of them would certainly have plotted to lead thee astray. But in fact, they will only lead their own souls astray, and to thee they can do no harm in the least. For God hath sent down to thee the book and wisdom, and taught thee what thou knewest not before. And great is the grace of God unto thee. In most of their secret talks there is no good. But if one exhorts to a deed of charity or justice or conciliation between men, secrecy is permissible. To him who does this, seeking the good pleasure of God, we shall soon give a reward of the highest value. If anyone contends with the apostle, even after guidance has been plainly conveyed to him, and follows a path other than that becoming to men of faith, we shall leave him in the path he has chosen and land him in hell. What an evil refuge. Join me in the next episode, which is part number 10 of Surah An-Nisaa, which is chapter number 4, the woman. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.